Well, even though I left you for 2 weeks, I didn't leave you empty-handed. A lot of you were preoccupied, binge-watching Fuller House, or, going to the movies to see Zootopia. And, of course, if you haven't seen it already, Deadpool. Ooh, yeah, Deadpool. He's plugging an R-rated movie right now. And it's not like I haven't plugged R-rated movies before. Last year, in fact, I plugged 50 Shades of Grey not knowing how screwed up it was. I mean, maybe the movie theaters are selling alcohol at the concession stand because the guy doesn't want to see the movie, so he's, trying to be, to infinity and beyond at this point. Because, lover is interested. I'm just happy that I can have my hallucinations. Hey, cartoon monkey from the toilet that I saw a few days ago. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm your host, Rob Rodriguez. Now, back in 2014, I made an episode titled People You Will Meet. You can check it out. Link is in the description below. In that episode, I talk about different kinds of people and their character traits. But I really didn't do so much justice, because, 17-year-olds don't know much. But, the only good thing that came from the 2014 videos is that the gorilla started a tradition, if I do say so myself. So everybody, doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, don't care what you did, as long as you love me. Okay, Backstreet Boys. Even a Backstreet Boy, everybody has different quirks inside them that people take notice of, and comedians find comedy gold vested into those. Yes. I mean, how do characters come to be? Characters come from real-life character traits. I mean, there won't be any Steve Urkels unless you saw, technically, if you saw a stereotype of a nerd with the big glasses, but it has to be based on somebody. You can't just think about this on your own. Well, someone had to, but, I mean, no, not everybody can just take the nerd stereotype, because there are some really cool nerds out there. Alright, wow, it's that part of the show where I give you some examples. Let's say you're out with a group of friends, and then that one friend you have always likes to quote movies you recently saw as inside jokes. Now, he thinks it's funny, but you guys are like, that was in the movie? I don't remember that. I mean, I was on my phone the whole time with the screen dimmed, but... Oh, it's from that movie. Okay, I'm gonna pretend I know what he's talking about, because that was in such small detail. Marvel Easter eggs, I tell you. Friends, the TV show, of course, has characters, the ones that really stand out are Ross and Chandler and their enunciation and how they talk. Can you imagine if your friend, or someone you know, a coworker even, would say things like, "Can I be more excited?" You would be all like, "Here are my resignation letters." Speaking on the line of coworkers and stuff, you always have that one guy who tries to make this look cool. I mean, even if you wink and do the teeth thing, that's creepy. Do not do that to anybody. The only place you should be doing that is when you're doing your daily affirmations in the mirror, "Hey stud, how you doing?" That's the only place that's acceptable, okay? Also, let's say you're in the car and then the person in the passenger seat, well, they could also be the backseat driver as well. Okay, this demonstration goes into 2014 when Taylor Swift's song "Shake It Off" was on the radio 24/7. Now, I have friends, I'm not going to use names, but every time that song would come on, they were singing, okay? They would sing it loud, word for word, loud on the top of their lungs, laryngitis ready. And it got to the point where as soon as you hear this sick beat, you just switch to the Latino station. Well, we have a great show. When we come back, let's talk about when things become dated. So there are fads that, sure, they seem timeless, like those slap watches known as swatches, or, using the word bae and YOLO. Those all went away, and I would hate to be the guy to bring that back in 2016. But yeah, when you have movies like Frozen and Tangled and insert Disney movie here, I mean, they all seemed very timeless at the time. Everyone was singing it, it was everywhere. I'm sure if you went to Times Square, or if you attended the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, there's gonna be a float somewhere, trust me. I don't even care if it's on a lollipop, it's gonna be everywhere. But, Frozen, as popular as it is, we all know it's never gonna die because it's 2016 and that movie came out in 2013. 3 years ago. That movie comes out, and now we get Frozen on ice. Why won't Frozen 2 come out already? And then maybe Tarzan will make a cameo. And then, you hear a Phil Collins song, it's gonna be like, "You'll be in my heart as long as you let it go." Yeah, something like that. That would be a nice collaboration. Well, it's time for that weekly list known as the Possibility List. It's kind of like when you expect me to bring out the puppet, but all my hands are free. Alright, so this week's list is titled 4 Rejected Peanuts Specials. So as you know, the Peanuts gang are really well known for holiday specials. Christmas especially. But, yeah, let's just get the Christmas one out of the way. At number 4, Christmas is a time of greed, Charlie Brown. Alright. Now, honestly, the rest of these items on the list don't really have anything to do with holidays. So let's just get these out of the way. Number 3, you can't milk a bull, Charlie Brown. Number 2, Ebola is a crisis, Charlie Brown. And number 1, rejected peanut specials. Sampling is petty theft, Charlie Brown. Alright, and that is your possibility list for you this week. Well, that is the show for you this week. You know to follow me on social media. Until next time, please enjoy this clip from the vault, and I will see you next week, okay? There is such a thing as an online petition, but usually they're based on a decision a TV show made. Some of these are a little, are you in your own world kind of requests, like, bring Elena back to the Vampire Diaries. Yeah, I sort of made a mistake by referencing it, so I'm going to be very careful with what I say here.